well as the Onward Master League channel. And all of that does go to support the casters and what we do, as well as the league itself. So we do appreciate all of that and your time on this weekend. I know there was plenty of things to do, and we're glad you've chosen to spend it watching these two teams duke it out. We've had some good games this week already, and I'm expecting no less from these two teams before we jump in. So we are just waiting, I believe, on one member of Riot to drop in. So in the meantime, while we wait for these teams to get their final player going, I'll kick you guys into a short intermission, although I'm going to give it about 15 seconds as they're just already up. I want to make sure they're not playing 5v4. Yeah, it looks like they are going to be waiting on the fifth player. So I'm just going to kick you guys over to a short intermission. It likely won't run the full length of the timer. At least I hope not. But we'll be back with some sweet Onward action for you guys very soon. Stick with us, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some tech issues that we are working through here with the teams. There was a quick lobby rehost. We are just waiting for everybody to jump back into the new hosted lobby before we kick things off, but I figured it would be a nice bonus for everybody to check out those bands again. We'll add map picks. So we did see a quarantine ban from Ember and a subway ban from Riot. And Downfall is going to be the map that we play as long as we're able to jump into this match. I do see now 5 players on both sides, so we'll give them just a few moments to get their strategies in order now that they've got full squads. The objective that we're going to be facing today is the Butcher Shop objective on the west side of the map, across from the helicopter. Really good objective for starting out on Downfall. It's probably one of my favorites. The most open, the most varied approaches the teams can take here. Curious to see what type of strategy Ember is going to use to approach this. The one thing I did not ask the teams is if they're going to be using that M203 and RPG equipment. Definitely one of those things that's currently hotly contested in the league as to whether or not that should be automatically included in league play. But as of right now, as long as both teams agree, you can use that equipment. We don't know if they're going to be using it, but I'm sure we'll find out relatively quickly, as Downfall does afford quite a few opportunities for that type of equipment utilization. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to now dive into the first map. Round 1 of this Downfall map. Riot on defense, Ember on offense. Let's see what kind of action these two teams are going to bring to our eyeballs today. We are seeing that Marstock spawn on the Ember side. The defense getting set up here in the center hotel. Taking a quick look at the rotation by the offense, we are seeing a 3-1-1 setup. One member sitting there in the North Marsock, one coming through the stable side, and 3 pushing through that ravine. I'm not having any performance issues with my casting deck today. That is a great start to this series. I don't have to deal with horrible frame rate issues, but who knows? This is just the first map. Anything can happen.
This is Onward after all.
Yeah, exactly. It is all just, it's a dice roll. The whole thing's a dice roll. Confirmed MMR is fake. All right, Ember's slowly pushing up here through this south side, taking their time. They're not going to run into anybody really for a good long time unless, I think that's Seth Bowden in the sandbags, decides to start watching the south side, but he's largely focused on that east approach. Todd here is peeking through this little window. I don't think he'll be able to spot them out until they start crossing down to the dumpster building.
Yeah, we do have 2 of Riot in Center Hotel, and you know they'll be able to rotate in very quickly as soon as they realize where they are. So that could spell a lot of trouble for Ember.
Yeah, they're going to need to coordinate their equipment utilization here. They're going to have to toss some nice smokes to get their people across. Look at here, moved up into a nice little position at the center bungalow. He might be able to catch Seth Bowden rotating, although he is breathing very loud into his microphone. Very dangerous to not control your breathing when you're in Onward, because that will give you away every single time. Gotta be careful with that stuff. Now Ember's pushed up all the way into this dumpster building objective, and the suppressive fire has come out on Todd's position. Todd returning the fire. Quokka dropping a little bit of suppressing fire himself. Definitely alert Seth to his position.
Yeah, it looks like Riot's kind of playing it cool here and just sort of waiting for them to cross a line of fire. They're not getting anxious and peeking out at all.
Hellfire is going to be the first one that catches some rounds from Unseen Threat. He is going to be down and out from that objective building. That's a pretty common window for the defense to use. Seen a little bit of smoke come out, but they're going to have to coordinate all of these together. Here comes sort of the dice roll aspect coming into play as they throw these smokes out. The smokes are directional. It is a dangerous cross to make. Switch and Jade both under fire from Unseen Threat as well. The callouts are going to come out. And now they've got the defense watching this position intently. They've got to rotate out here. This is too dangerous of a position to hold. Which is going to be found by Todd from Center Hotel. 2 members of Ember down already. JH does find Todd in that window, opening up a little bit of breathing room here. Quokka's looking for Seth. He does find him, and now we're in a 3v3. Things are evening up a little bit. Quokka's in a great position here to capitalize on all this confusion on the south side. Ronnie focusing on that south street. Zero is focusing on that west street as well. Honestly, if he stays low enough, he could technically cap this. But Quokka did hear the shots coming out from Ronnie. Unseen Threat going to find JH there on the south side. Quokka's going to need to move up quickly to capitalize on this position. Zero does catch out Quokka on that approach, and now it's just up to not the dead guy. SliderCon pushing up the Center Hotel.
Yeah, SliderCon definitely has to watch for Ronnie there in North HQ. He's gonna see him out here really soon.
Ronnie's sort of bouncing back and forth, staying very low in that window. Slider needs to stay as quiet as possible if he hopes to sneak past the defender here. Shots from Unseen Threat ring out as Slider rounds the corner, and Riot's going to pick themselves up a nice, quick defensive win on this first match. Yeah, so this objective can be very tricky, and I think that Ember there was a little bit out of sync as they're sort of warming up on this series, but very defensive favored map overall. So we'll see how their performance is on defense. Realistically, you just need to win the one Marsoc round and then keep all of your defenses in a row, and the series is basically yours.
Yeah, I agree with this objective. It's sort of in the middle, and you're able to get good cover and surround it and just cover all those angles of approach. So you kind of just have to sit tight and just wait for Marsoc to cross in.
Yeah, definitely. What was interesting about the defense, well, the defense and the offensive approach there was the north side was wide open. I mean, somebody could have come around the back through North Hotel side, come down through Freighter, grabbed Ronnie through the window, maybe shooting from those northern sandbags, and then maybe even caught Unseen Threat as he rotated out to catch Slider there. So committing 1 or 2 to the north there could have had a totally different approach and a totally different outcome for these teams. But unfortunately, again, that's with caster vision. Obviously,
Absolutely.
The players are not aware that that opening is that wide, but good attempt nonetheless, and they took that down to 17 seconds left in the round. I mean, Ember really really had a slow approach there.
It didn't feel like they were really wasting time, though.
Yeah, there was a few positions where they got into firefights that they could have disengaged from and rotated out. But they did commit to their lanes. And honestly, they grabbed a couple of picks. It was even there for a minute with 3-3 being the player count. So it wasn't that it wasn't working. It was just really in the end, some shots didn't land. And when they made those approaches to buildings where they knew players were, they had to try to stay a little bit more quiet. But obviously, when you're running out of time towards the end of the game, it's really a luxury that you can afford to focus on. So understandable there as well, but Riot doing a good job of cinching up that first defensive round, and the team should be diving into their second round here shortly.